Hi guys, I trust you all are whole. You know, the whole country is celebrating the 15 years handed to Mr. Zuma today. And I understand the celebratory mood, I do. Because most of this country hates Mr. Zuma. And I think my view is a little bit different. But you know what, I am a little bit different. But I want to explain to you why. Because I had an earful from someone just now. And my views are in public. But in the history of this country, one man has been good to the poor. Forget everything else for 1 second. Just 1 second. There has not been a single South African president in the history of this country that has done for the poor what JACOB Zuma has. Now he has been charged, and I believe every man must face his day in court. Every man has the right to face his accuser. It's a fundamental human right. Mr. Zuma decided not to attend court, and that's no business of mine. That's between him, the court, and God. But I take you back to a certain F.W. de Klerk who did the same thing, and the same ANC government lacked the courage of its convictions to do anything to FW. Remember, by the rule of law, technically F.W. de Klerk is a war criminal. I understand that colored people love him, but that's their own business. We're not here to discuss him. I'm just using him as the yardstick. The other thing is, when those 94 charges of corruption and fraud and whatever else it was that Zuma was being charged with, when they were dropped, I made no secret of the fact that it was due to political interference and political pressure. I also made no secret of the fact that I believe that our courts are supposed to be independent. Today Mr. Zuma was sentenced to 15 years. I say it again. Again, I believe that political pressure has been exerted because the government needed an outcome. The timing of this, it is very suspicious, because Ramaphosa needs us to deflect our attention anywhere but to his mismanagement of COVID. We're not talking about the 600 billion rand that disappeared now, are we guys? We're not talking about government's failure to plan anything. We are at our third, say it slowly, third wave. They still haven't learned the lessons from 1 and 2. They build COVID hospitals, they take them down in anticipation of a second wave. So they can charge us for building again and taking it down, and building again and taking it down. And we have to foot this bill. Open your eyes, people. This game is big. The ANC that I grew up supporting, as did my entire family, and I say it every day, this is not the ANC I grew up supporting, has made it they've made a tradition of throwing their own comrades under the bus when it is convenient. If you think I lie, go ask Chris Hani, go ask Alan Busak, go ask Marius Fransman. I was almost going to say Tony Ngeni, but he deserved what was coming. You know guys, it is sad that at this stage of our development, our country is so caught up in corruption that we'll take our eye off the ball to celebrate anything. I tell you now, if Zuma belongs in jail, so does 80% of the ANC NEC. So does half of the National Assembly. They are making a mockery of our judicial system and a mockery of the country, if there's anything left of the country to make a mock of. Slowly, very slowly, the ANC is putting an end to all of what is left of South Africa. It is a sobering thought. Zuma will not spend a day in jail. I tell you this. I'll tell you what happens next. And I'm not a political analyst, but this is common sense. That there will be outrage in the ANC. Outrage. That Cyril Ramaphosa is going to pardon Mr. Zuma. Rightly or wrongly, he's going to do it. Because his political future rests on it. Because The people that are rejoicing the demise of Jacob Zuma today are not ANC voters. Ramaphosa will have to placate all of KZN and everybody else who holds any sway. Remember, he beat Zuma by a few hundred votes at conference. A few hundred, after spending R1 billion to do it. Jacob Zuma has much support, mass support in this country for what he's delivered to the poor. Ask me what he's delivered. Antiretrovirals free of charge. Mandela and Mbeki refused to do it. Jacob Zuma saved tens of thousands of lives, whether we like it, whether we don't. SASSA grants, irrespective of what they do with the money on the Cape Flats in rural South Africa, it is a lifesaver. Jacob Zuma gave that. The ANC cannot afford to imprison this man, and he knows it. I believe that for all those of us who laugh at Zuma every time he appeared on TV and seemed to be making a fool of himself, I believe South Africa has underestimated this man. I think he's going to have the last laugh. There is no way Cyril can afford to have him locked up. Not with his political future hanging on to it. I believe that young Duduzane Zuma is going to give Ramaphosa a hell of a fight at the next conference. And you know what, guys? Without coming out in support of anyone, I'm at that stage now where it's about anyone but Ramaphosa. This man has let us down in a way I cannot describe. You know, when he became president, people accused me of being his praise singer because I had that much faith in him. What a bloody disappointment. I'm the first to admit that I got it wrong. Yeah, South Africa deserves better. Our poor people deserve better. Our markets deserve better. Cyril Ramaphosa is in the process of killing off every single business, either that he doesn't benefit from or that his family doesn't benefit from. And it's a sad thought. We should be out protesting. We should be out protesting the death of the South African economy at the hands of a billionaire who did not earn his billions. But we're not. As a country, all of us are pointing fingers at Zuma, saying, I told you so. In the greater scheme of things, one man could never have done what Zuma did. What Zuma is alleged to have done, sorry, before I end up in court, could never have happened. We are making too much of this. The long and the short, Zuma not going to jail. I bet my life on it. Have a good day, guys.